Hey, this is Barak, and today I want to speak with you about getting testimonials to your dental practice. This is a very important subject, but first let me introduce myself. If you don't know me, my name is Barak. I'm doing dental marketing for over 10 years now, and I am known to take dentists to the next level. I mean, dentists come to me because either their marketing doesn't work, or they reach a certain plateau and they cannot break through, or they just want to increase the practice faster. Because I'm getting that, like an added $1 million a year or 100 new patients a month and stuff like that, because I do things with a twist in a different way than others. Now, today, as I said, I want to speak with you about getting testimonials. This is a very important subject because today patients are, they see different dentists and they have like similar websites, or, they say similar things about themselves, and dentists cannot really patient cannot really know which provider to choose. All things being equal, they look equal to them. So they are looking for recommendation. This is not just dentistry. People are looking for social proof, what we call. People are looking for people with similar experience to them, so that they will know if to trust the provider. So I covered that. If you are familiar with my book, this is my best-selling book, Attract Better Patients, How to Position Yourself as the Go-To Dentist for Higher Value Cases. This is exactly what we're talking about, because if you are using testimonials in a good way, in a smart way, not like everybody else is doing, you will attract better patients that will appreciate quality, that will be willing to pay more, that will listen to you, what you are recommending, and will keep their appointment and your recommendations. So a few things about testimonials. One, get a lot of testimonials and categorize them by the type of service or the type of problem that the patients experienced. For example, have testimonials for veneers, testimonials for implants, testimonials about, let's say, about how affordable was the service or how cost efficient it was. You don't have to be cheap, but they can, testimonials on the lines of, I tried somebody else who was cheaper and it actually cost me more, stuff like that. But if you use those on a kind of like categorized testimonials, then if you're doing a promotion, let's say for implants, or promotions for, let's say, teeth whitening, Zoom teeth whitening, or whatever you use, or 6-month smile, or Invisalign, whatever else you're doing, then you're putting testimonials specifically for that specific service. And then when patients come, they see people with similar experience to them out of those testimonials. Let me give you an example. I have a client out in California that I helped him get a book. I helped him publish a book, again, about cosmetic dentistry, of course, again, as part of positioning him as an authority. In his book, he has testimonials. I have similar testimonials at the end of my book. You see here, this is a testimonial from a Shark Tank host, Mr. Kevin Harrington. I have testimonials from dentists and so on. And then he had similar things on his book, but he had them with a before and after, and again, the testimonial of the patient. You can also add a little bit of kind of like a case study, of course, with patient permission, about what was done and what was going on. He was doing that, and he started using it in patients' consultation. So when patients came to him with specific problem, he would flip to the appropriate testimonial relating to a similar condition that the patient has, show them that from the book. Now, before that, he was using that on a TV monitor. However, from the book, it even exploded even more. So patients with, candidates, let's say, for full mouth reconstructions, then they read several experiences of people that went through the same procedure with that specific dentist. Now, the fact that it came from a book, that also magnified it, because then, well, with a book, how you're an author, you're a best-selling author, and so on. That kind of like made it even bigger. Now, this dentist that I told you about, he wrote me that in 2 days he made $273,000 $1,000 as a result of this specific method of using that book, showing the testimonials and closing people. He had people closing in higher percentages, not haggling on the price and not wincing on price, and getting everything he recommended implemented. So that's kind of like the power of testimonials. So now, few tips. Aside from having categories, better than written testimonials are video testimonials. So make sure to get video testimonials as much as you can. Videos are a lot more emotional, and they convey the emotion in the testimonial, something that you have a harder time doing in written testimonials. People just glance over written testimonials, but they will listen and hear and experience with more senses the video testimonials. It's a lot more effective. You can always transcribe the video testimonials if you need a written one. Let's say you're doing a brochure or something like that, but you cannot do otherwise. You see what I mean? Not easily and not authentically. And that leads to the other thing. Video testimonials are conceived as more authentic. They're harder to manufacture. I mean, I'm not talking about just dentists, but just people receive them a lot better than written testimonials. Now, few things if you are doing video testimonials, one thing to remember, which is a very important point, is have a written consent, written release form. If you don't have a release form, contact me and I'll send you one, generic one, that you can put your details there. It's a very important point. I'm HIPAA certified. Most dental marketers are not, and they are not aware of the exposure that you can have if you don't follow that. Okay, that's a very important point. Second, you don't have to go fancy with that. It doesn't have to be a very a studio equipment in your practice. You can use a simple thing like a phone with somebody holding it. Obviously, it will be better to put it on a tripod, but it can be as simple as that. Now, remember to check the sound, because a phone is getting sounds from all over. If you don't have any, if you have like a quiet place to do that, that may be fine. But some dentists have a boisterous environment, and then the sound doesn't come well when they are recording a testimonial. If that is the case, test it. If that is the case, either get a lavalier microphone you can get at cheap from Amazon, or you can have a directional microphone, something like this. This is the directional microphone attaches to the phone here. But just make sure that the sound is good. The sound is very important on testimonials. That's one thing. Second, don't just let somebody blabber and ramble on when you are getting video testimonials. Make sure that you ask them questions. Because most people, when you put a camera in front of them and say, hey, give me a testimonial, they'll say, oh yeah, I had a great experience. The doctor is very nice, very efficient. He was very professional, handled my stuff. The staff here are very smiling, and those things are better than nothing, but they're not very useful for you. They're not efficient. What you need is to probe a little bit. So if you are filming, or if your staff is filming a video testimonial, make sure that you ask questions, and you can edit those questions out afterwards. But you have to start with somebody presenting themselves. Okay, my name is Joe Smith. I live in north part of Orlando, whatever it is, just kind of like get a specific location because it relates to people in your area. And then have them, ask them, okay, what did you experience before coming here? And let's say, for example, it's implants. Ask them about, have them speak about inability to eat, about embarrassments from aesthetics, appearance, about not being able to chew on an apple or eat a steak, not getting the nutrients out of that. Whatever they experienced, you want it on video as much as you can, and as emotional as you can. You see what I mean? Like, that's what people want to see, the struggles they had before. And it's important that you'll spend a little bit time on that. Okay, if they had dentures, okay, what problems did you experience with the dentures? Why did you want to switch? What problems did it cause you? Have them speak about that a little bit. Then ask them, okay, why did you Why did you decide to do implants? Why did you come to us? Have them talk about, hey, yeah, I read some testimonials about you. I saw I read through your website. It seems that you're very professional, that the doctor is very professional. Have them speak about that, because that might be obvious, but people need to hear that. You see what I mean? And then, okay, so what now? After finishing this process and so on, what can you have to say? How did it change your life? Have them again. There is a curve of emotion, in the emotional curve, going from going down, like, oh yeah, I had those struggles, and this is the triumphs. Those are this is the condition then, this is the condition now. And this contrast, that's what sells your practice, basically. So make sure that you get it on video. You can always delete those questions and have them, the patients that are giving you the testimonial, repeat the questions after you. So for example, if you ask them, why did you choose us? I chose Perfect Smile Dentistry because so and so and so and so. Have them repeat the question in what the answer. Again, you can always edit things. You can make it shorter and stuff like that. But that's kind of like what will get you going. So make sure that you're getting tons of testimonials. If you can, just get a tripod with like a station sort of thing. You can have holders. I'll show you something. Like, for example, this is a device that can hold my phone, and it attaches to a tripod. It even has a light on it, so that you can use something like that is stationed in some place, and you can just funnel a happy patient straight in, have them sign a release form, and give you a testimonial. It's a very important thing. Just keep it. If you have any questions, let me know. You can write here on the comments. You can private message me, and it would be nice if you will, if you find that video useful, just like the video and comment or something like that, so I'll know to make more videos on that sort. I have a lot more videos on my channel. If you want, you can go and see that. And otherwise, again, I'm free for any questions if you have any. Okay, thank you so much.